They said it was impossible that no teenager could turn a few $100s into a fortune overnight. Yet somewhere in Chittagong, behind the blue glow of a laptop screen, a young man was quietly rewriting that belief. His name wouldn't stay unknown for long. By the time the world took notice, he had already turned a few $100s into thousands, and thousands into millions. But that's only the beginning of a story that's as unbelievable as it is inspiring, the lightning start. At just 19, Awsaf Hossain had already captured the imagination of an entire generation in Bangladesh. His story didn't begin with inherited wealth or insider connections. It began with curiosity. A quiet, restless curiosity about how money moved, why markets rose and fell, and how a few numbers on a screen could change a life. It started humbly. With a modest $840, Awsaf took his first steps into the volatile world of Forex trading. Most would have been content to double their money over months. Awsaf, however, had other plans. Within 3 weeks, his balance had soared to an astonishing $132,000. When asked later how he did it, he simply smiled and said, "The market rewards those who listen, not those who chase." But he didn't stop there. Soon he claimed to have turned $11,000 into $1.2 million in just 8 days, a feat that seemed to defy logic. Whether luck, intuition, or sheer skill, the result was undeniable. A teenager had mastered markets that left veterans bewildered. Beyond the charts, for many such success would be a ticket to indulgence. But Awsaf's story veered in a different direction. Money without meaning, he would later say, is just noise. During the devastating waves of the COVID-19 pandemic, when hospitals gasped for oxygen and families struggled to afford treatment, Awsaf stepped in quietly. Reports surfaced that he had donated over $110,000 to cancer treatment funds and supplied oxygen cylinders to areas in desperate need. He saw wealth as a tool, not a trophy. "If you can change even one life with what you earn," he said once, "then your profits have a purpose, branching beyond finance." But Awsaf's mind was never meant to stay in one place. His hunger to learn and explore led him far beyond trading charts. In 2021, he made his first bold move into agriculture, acquiring a 10% equity stake in Awsaf Limited, a company dedicated to modern, sustainable farming practices. Soon after, he turned his attention to something unexpected: sports. Alongside his brother Waze, he launched ChattoTurf, Chittagong's first commercial artificial turf facility. What began as an experiment in recreation quickly turned into a community hub, giving the city's youth a safe space to play, train, and dream. And yet even that wasn't enough. Awsaf's next adventure was almost poetic. He planned to cultivate hilsa, Bangladesh's national fish, through biofloc aquaculture technology. It was innovation meeting tradition, an attempt to merge sustainability with the future of food production. The mind behind the moves. Ask Awsaf about the secret behind his discipline, and he won't mention money or markets. He'll talk about books in silence. Over the years, he claims to have read more than 200 books on success, finance, and human psychology. His room, often dimly lit and filled with notes, is said to resemble more of a thinker's den than a trader's office. When not studying, he retreats inward, investing over 1,000 hours in transcendental meditation. He believes that true clarity doesn't come from data, but from stillness. You can't control markets, he says, but you can control your mind, and that changes everything. A vision beyond borders. As his fortune grew, so did his curiosity about the world. Awsaf's ambitions evolved into something global. He announced plans to travel to 150 countries, documenting his journey of business, culture, and innovation through a YouTube channel. His dream was not just to show the world how to make money, but how to think differently. He wanted to inspire a generation, to prove that Bangladesh could produce entrepreneurs who think globally, act ethically, and create impact at scale. His message was simple: dream beyond what your surroundings tell you is possible. Principles of a visionary beneath the fast cars and success headlines lies a philosophy of resilience. Awsaf believes that adversity is a disguised teacher. Every loss, every failed trade, every obstacle, he sees as a coded message from life, guiding him toward growth. His strategy is methodical: diversify across industries to stay future-proof. Scale ventures that improve lives. Reinvest profits not just into businesses, but into knowledge. It's a system built not on greed, but on curiosity and courage. The road to $1 billion now. Awsaf's goal is as bold as it is ambitious. To become a billionaire by the age of 25, and perhaps even the richest self-made entrepreneur in Bangladesh. To achieve this, he has been laying the groundwork for a hedge fund, aiming to channel large-scale capital into impactful ventures from technology startups to sustainable food systems. His endgame, however, isn't a number on a net worth sheet. It's about solving problems that most ignore. He often says, a business should be a solution that scales. His dream legacy? A generation of young entrepreneurs who measure success not in wealth, but in impact. In just a few short years, Hossain's journey has transformed from an online whisper into a movement of sorts. Whether every statistic in his story can be independently verified or not, what remains undeniable is the energy he's unleashed. The idea that youth can lead, dream, and build at a scale once thought impossible. From trading charts to philanthropy, from farmlands to football fields, from meditation halls to global plans, Awsaf represents something new in the Bangladeshi entrepreneurial story. A blend of intellect, intuition, and intention. As one admirer once said of him, he's not chasing the world's money, he's chasing the world's change. And somewhere behind that same glowing laptop screen, perhaps he's still listening to markets, to silence, and to the future calling his name.